Now, if ingratitude is the problem, then gratitude must be the solution. But so far, we are only in the land of platitudes. I sat many years in the pew, and I never liked it when I got these platitude answers. Yeah, you have to become more grateful. I want to know how this works. I want to know when I leave the pew, how can I become grateful? I know that I have to be grateful, but hardly anyone ever tells me how. How can we become grateful? Now, there are several things to consider. The solution is actually quite simple. You open your eyes, and the English language has this wonderful expression, count your blessings. Paul has showed us this throughout Philippians. He's thinking about, he's now imprisoned in Rome. He writes this letter from Rome, from imprisonment, and the key word is joy. So, how can you be in such bad circumstances and be joyful? Now, look, he says, I'm in prison. Now I can witness, I can testify the gospel to the palace guard. Then he's confronted with preachers who preach out of not pure motives. And he says, well, as long as they preach Christ, I rejoice. And I say it again, I will rejoice. So you see, Paul looks around and he doesn't look by sight. He looks by faith because he knows that God rules the universe. And he knows that all things work together for good to those who love him, even those dark circumstances in which he's now in. And in chapter 4, he actually shows his hand and he says, this is how I do it. He says, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of a good report, if there is any virtue, if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. So what he's saying is you have to develop a lifestyle of gratitude. You have to develop a prayer life of gratitude. So often I catch myself going into prayer and 1, 2, 3, my wish list is out. And these wishes might all be great and might be godly and everything, but I have to force myself to take time first to thank God for everything that I can think of. And suddenly I see my whole composure, my whole mindset changing into a mindset of joy. And then the whole rest of my prayer looks differently. It's not like, oh Lord, it's so hard in the church. Oh Lord, it's so difficult. Oh Lord, finances. Oh Lord, this and that and the health and getting older. No, it's like, Lord, you're great. And I just go on thanking him. And then I go into the day much different than when I just take out my wish list and throw it at the Lord. So what does it mean? A lifestyle of gratitude.